Why first impressions are so unreliable. Thinking about human behavior like a detective. Have you ever met someone and thought, this person seems trustworthy, only to realize months later that you were completely wrong? Or the opposite. You felt uneasy about someone at first, but later discovered they were actually kind and reliable. So here's the question. Why are first impressions so powerful, and so often wrong? Welcome to Why We Misjudge People, a channel about psychology and human behavior, and about learning to think more clearly about others, and ourselves. This is not about labeling people. And it's definitely not about reading minds. It's about understanding how our own thinking works, and why it so often misleads us. Imagine this. You start a new job. On your first day, you meet two colleagues. One of them is confident, well-dressed, speaks smoothly, and smiles a lot. The other is quiet, a bit awkward, and doesn't say much. Without realizing it, your brain already made a decision. You feel more comfortable with the first one. You're a bit unsure about the second. Weeks later, you find out the first person is unreliable. And the quiet one is actually the most dependable person on the team. Nothing unusual happened. This is how human judgment works. Psychologists call this the halo effect, and more generally, first impression bias. When we notice one positive trait, like confidence or friendliness, our brain automatically assumes many other positive traits. Not because we're careless or unintelligent, but because our brain is designed to judge quickly, not carefully. Fast judgments helped our ancestors survive. But in modern social life, they often make us confidently wrong. This is where detective stories are interesting. If you've seen Sherlock Holmes, Poirot, or even Conan, you'll notice something. Good detectives don't trust first impressions. The most harmless-looking person in the room is often the last one they rule out. Not because they're paranoid, but because they understand something most of us forget. Appearances are not evidence. A calm face, a friendly tone, or a confident posture are signals, not proof. Most of us do the opposite. We treat first impressions like conclusions. We say, she seems honest, or he feels a bit off, or I trust my gut, but in reality, we're often not seeing the person. We're seeing a story our brain made up. So here's a simple rule you can actually use. Treat first impressions as hypotheses, not verdicts. Instead of asking, do I like this person? Try asking, what do I actually know about this person's behavior over time? Watch patterns. Watch consistency. Watch how they act when things don't go smoothly. Understanding people doesn't start with being clever about others. It starts with being more careful about your own thinking. In the next episode, we'll talk about why we so often trust the wrong people, and the psychology behind it. If you're interested in thinking more clearly about human behavior, you're in the right place.